Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to Elena's Barre, Low Impact Full Body Workouts. My name is Elena. For those of you who are new here to my channel, hi and welcome. I'm a fitness instructor. I teach various fitness genres and I also collaborate with other fitness instructors, with Melody and Piquet. They are amazing instructors and we all love to contribute and exchange our knowledge, our experience with each other, and I hope that you've been enjoying so far our classes. I teach live classes almost every day except for the weekends, and I try to be consistent with my practice and also share my knowledge, my practice, my approach to fitness with you guys. And if you have been following us for a while, thank you so much for your kind support. We highly appreciate you. And if you're new here, I hope that you find a lot of value from this channel and you subscribe. This will help you to stay consistent with your fitness routine. And if you have any questions, guys, remember to reach out to us. You can fill out the Stay in Touch form on the website. The link is in the description box, so check it out and let us know what is your fitness background, what styles of fitness you've been practicing, what kind of tools do you have at home, and this all helps us to create better classes that will be suited for your needs and for your physical capabilities, okay? Having said that, guys, today is a very interesting video. I decided to devote some time and talk with you about fitness instructors and fitness industry in general, okay? Fitness industry is probably one of the most, the easiest industries to get into, and especially with the pandemic, a lot of single mothers, a lot of women especially got into this field, and I know a few men who are in the field as well, and they all came into fitness in hope that fitness would expand their capital, they could make more money with it, right? And yeah, you get the picture, right? There are a lot of fitness instructors out there, and fitness field is overly saturated. There is a lot of competition, and if instructors are not collaborating with each other, they are effectively fighting against each other, whether they admit it or not. Let's be honest, everybody is dragging the blanket to their side. Everybody is trying to show how he's the best or she's the best, and she knows everything, and blah, blah, blah. The problem with it is that a lot of instructors don't finish their anatomy coursework. And I'm saying that because I've met quite a few instructors during the yoga teacher training programs when they didn't really read anything about anatomy. They just got their certificates and here you go, they are teaching fitness. And the more crazy they show on social media, the more naked they appear to be on social media, right? The more clout they get, the more likes, the more dopamine hit they get, and they also can share information that is not actually relevant to fitness and to wellness with you about their families, for example. A lot of instructors say, oh, I'm a mother, I'm this, I'm that, you know, I'm a mother of 3, I'm a mother of 10, I don't care, right? We all see that, and it almost gives them this extra status that if they show their family members out there, somehow they get more likes. And who doesn't like to see how the other person is living, right? We are all curious, let's be honest, but you have to be objective with the instructors, right? You have to judge them not only based on their appearance, on their looks, how they appear on camera and on social media. And this is the greatest misconceptions in fitness that I see, and it honestly frustrates me a lot that you look at some objective instructors who are learning, who are studying, who are putting in a lot of effort. And yeah, to some degree, I'm speaking about myself here, okay? I'm not complaining, I'm just pointing out that if you think that fitness is an easy money field, you're mistaken. you are headed into a lot of competition, guys, and you'd better know your stuff. You'd better know your anatomy. You'd better know whom you are competing against. And this gets ugly quickly, because if you don't show yourself naked or almost naked, I see some girls appear in this mini shorts, mini skirts, whatever, cropped tops. I see some piano players do that, and for me piano was associated with high class, high value always. We have this idea in my hometown, right, that uh, piano is something that only um, intelligent and highly educated people can do. And I see how a lot of women in particular, they maybe if it's a style, okay, but again, are they chasing the clouds or are they good at what they do? And sometimes you see both, and I have nothing against that. If the person is objectively good at what they are doing, if a piano player is proficient and objectively plays well, I'll give him that, I'll give him that credit that yes, you are good at what you do. I can close my eyes on your dress, okay, on your provocative dress. But what I see with fitness is a lot of girls show up in these mini shorts. They don't know anatomy. They don't know how to teach fitness safely. They don't lead you through the process of teaching it safely, okay? They don't know how the biomechanics works, how the kinesiology works, how any of this works really, and it's a very complicated science. Some people study it for many, many years, and here you go, you see a girl on social media or on OnlyFans, oftentimes on YouTube, uh, not wearing enough clothes to cover her body parts, and she gets a lot of people liking her. And I'm not jealous there, because there is honestly nothing to be jealous of, except for, okay, she's just exposing her buttocks out there for everybody else to see. And I'm not sure I want to do that, because that kind of exposure can be used against me at some point in my life. Who knows? Maybe I'll be a politician one day. Maybe I'll be a lawyer one day, and all of that information can be digged out, Um, so I'm just fascinated by mm, people falling into this. And I think it happens because people have lost the objectivity reasonably, and they don't judge fitness instructors based on their capacity to teach a safe fitness class, to provide safe, precise, and concise cues that are based on their anatomical knowledge, their expertise, right? A good instructor has to be able to evaluate a client and client's anatomy, client's body structure, and provide the relevant feedback and corrections. And you don't see it with online classes. You don't see it with the live workouts. Not very often. There are only a few people, and they are usually so self-absorbed, A lot of them just don't really care. And in today's video, I'd like to talk to you about how to distinguish a good safe instructor from a not so safe instructor, but maybe the one who has a big clout. And the main difference is mostly the priorities of those instructors. One instructor is chasing the cloud and more, give me more likes, give me more approval, more social validation, more dopamine hit, right? And the other instructor is objectively trying to help you guys. And this is where your critical skills, critical thinking skills come into play, because you have to choose what instructor you prefer. Do you prefer somebody who is fun, who is joyful, who is, just goofy out there? And I'm not saying that your instructor has to be a stone and have no sense of humor. No, but it has to be a combination. It has to be a combination of knowledge, of expertise, and of practice, and fun at the same time. Okay, it's not just fun and cute and naked. Okay, that's what I wanted to get. And now we are going to look at the points that I pointed out. I occasionally write articles on my website, and it would be a good idea if you check out those articles. I'm not very consistent with them. It's just whenever I feel inspired. And honestly, I have so much stuff going on right now, so I don't really have that much time to write the articles, but whenever something really triggers me, I do it, and then I make a video about it and we talk about it. Okay, so let's check this article. I'm going to share the screen with you. So you go to elenasbarre.com. I hope you can see the slide here, and then you go to About and Programs and Workouts. And I pointed out here fitness, safety, and precautions. You can scroll down, you can watch the video about the common mistakes that people make during fitness, and even fitness instructors make. This is only a 12-minute long video, so it doesn't include everything. You know, it's just the basics. It gives you the basic idea of what kind of postures and what alignment is safe for you and what you should avoid. And based on that, you can see how different instructors approach posture and alignment, how they teach it. Then you can read more about the programs, right? About for special populations, Barre, prenatal yoga classes. Then you have yoga and meditation program. Then you have chair yoga, which is a good alternative for regular yoga if you are just starting out your fitness journey. Then you have Pilates. And Pilates is really good for developing the strong core muscles, the abdominals, and helping you to maintain a proper spinal and pelvic alignment. This will help you to release headaches and also help with the back issues. It's not a replacement for medical assistance if you need that kind of help, okay? It's generally for safe, it's generally for people with good health, okay? So you need your doctor's permission to engage in this activity because it can get really intense. Then we have belly dance. So you can just scroll down and see the programs. You can see the live classes here. The point was here that I was trying to make for you. We're going to read through it really quickly. So as you know, your safety is #1 priority here at Elena's Barre, and due to the format of the pre-recorded and live classes, it's essential that you educate yourself of the basics of safe alignment and posture before you start your fitness journey. Okay, this makes sense. Please watch the video below. You can watch it at your own time. I'm not going to play it here for you. Keep in mind that all of the classes that are run here at Elena's Barre are pre-recorded classes and live classes, and you're practicing them at your own discretion, at your own risk. So it's really, really important for you to watch that video with precautions so that you don't injure yourself, because I don't want you to hurt yourself, right? I do care about your practice, and I want you to stay consistent. I don't want you to miss the classes in case you hurt yourself, okay? Obviously, if you hurt yourself, you have to take a break and heal. But why not to teach a safe class to begin with so that you don't injure yourself, right? So there is a lot of crazy happening on social media. We kind of touched up on that. Please be aware, pay attention, and use common sense before replicating somebody on social media. You'll be surprised how many people try to copy an instructor doing something crazy, especially if people have no idea about posture and alignment. Apply these basic principles that you're going to learn in the video and determine a safe instructor from the one who is not so safe and is in the field for the fast and easy money. And if you're trying to do it objectively, teaching fitness to others is not that easy money. You know, it's actually quite challenging because it requires a lot of time and effort for you to study the anatomy, talk to clients and really take care of the classes versus if you are just showing off your butt, okay? And here it says it requires constant education, practice, and humility to acknowledge that you are not the best and you still have room to improve your fitness classes and your teaching skills. Unfortunately, a lot of instructors are convinced they are the best after completing a single yoga TTC. And TTC is a yoga teacher training, okay, that instructors get before they start teaching a class. It kind of gives them a license to teach, you know, but let's be honest, after completing just one single TTC, you know nothing, okay? You know nothing unless you have another medical background, you know, or you have a degree in nursing or, you know, body biomechanics, for example. You don't know anything. So you are just learning. And as a student, guys, so it's your job, it's your responsibility to pick a safe instructor for your continuous fitness practice. You should take it seriously, okay? Not only based on the physical aspect of how that instructor looks, what clothes he or she is wearing, or how he or she makes you feel, okay? Choosing a good instructor is a rational choice that should be made on objective criteria, not on feels before reels. A serious and committed instructor who is detailed in his or her cues beats the one who is cute, looks funny, makes constant jokes all the time, and makes you feel good about yourself. Yes, it doesn't mean that your instructor has to be nasty and make you cry. A great instructor is a combination of both. Okay, so he should be humorous but objective at the same time and kick your ass if it's necessary. Okay, and he should base the practice on the objective factors, on your anatomy, your physical experience, your physical background, injuries, and consistency of your workout. This is why I always ask you to fill out the stay in touch form. Guys, this is the connection, the relation that I'm trying to build with you here. So you either help me or you can go away, okay? Good. Moving on. How often you show up for the classes? Are you sharing feedback with your instructor? Speaking of which, stay in touch form, guys, fill it out. If you show up once a week and expect to lose weight or gain musculature and endurance, you are not going to succeed. Surprise, right? Our body is a complex structure. Our muscles have muscle memory. And here I'm linking it with our regular memory that we use to memorize stuff. For example, take your regular job that you do, right? First, you were studying accounting, for example. You were studying for 4 years to get the accounting degree. Then you probably did masters. Then you worked in this field for decades. So your knowledge is settled in your brain. You have developed the memory. Okay, you're not going to forget this stuff. It became a second nature for you, right? So another example, think of driving. It takes practice and muscle memory too to drive. You'll be surprised. We do it on autopilot without thinking. After passing a driver's license exam, we are driving our car on a very regular basis, if not every day, but like very regularly, to get to the grocery store, right? To drive the kids around. So it's a very useful skill, and we are not thinking about it when we do it. And the same applies to our muscles. It's a process. If you do not engage your muscles regularly, you will tear them whenever you choose to exercise on an irregular basis. And then if your fitness regime is not consistent, your muscles will forget how to move, how to get engaged, and then the strength you've gained in that one class will disappear. It's like a short-term memory. If you look at it in our brain, how it works, it's very similar, guys, okay? Remember, only consistent actions lead to consistent results, okay? And finally, the dessert, the tips that will help you to determine a good instructor, a safe instructor, knowledgeable instructor from a not so safe and not so knowledgeable, okay? And it's a relative term, knowledgeable. I think unless a person has a degree, as I've mentioned before, in a medical field, we all have room to improve, right? We all need to strive to get better at teaching and learning new things, right? It's just a degree. It's an extent to, yeah, getting better, improving our teaching skills. So ask yourself, if your instructor explains everything you are doing and walks you through the process, or he or she is more focused about yourself, looking at yourself, himself in the mirror and showing off on camera with the movements that he or she is doing, okay? This applies to online and in-person classes. Does your instructor apply tactile or verbal corrections when necessary? This applies more for in-person classes with the tactile corrections, but for online classes, your instructor has to be really good at catching your mistakes, detecting their own posture and alignment, and applying clear, precise, and concise verbal cues so that you can fix it, because he is not there to touch you, right? He can't apply tactile um, correction. So this takes time, practice, and experience, okay? If instructor is not knowledgeable about postural deviations, about anatomy, he cannot provide you with correct and precise cues and corrections. This can lead to injuries. And honestly, this instructor is not worthy of your time, okay? He's not worthy of your money, so just find another one, because we all know that time is money, even if he or she is offering their classes for free. Is your instructor asking for your feedback at the beginning and at the end of each class? And this is important, especially with the live and online classes. When instructor can't see you physically, you know, even in-person classes, I would say that this is really important. To improve the classes, your feedback is highly, highly appreciated, guys, and you know that already, right? Does your instructor explain what muscles you are working on and why you're working on them? It's important. Is he trying to build more awareness by connecting your body and mind and explaining you the process in concise and easy way for you to absorb the information and to understand? This is all important, right? And can your instructor demonstrate well and explain what he or she is doing? Are instructions clear and concise? Is your instructor able to provide modifications and accommodate your fitness needs on the go? It applies to all classes except for live. Live is kind of special. Usually here at Elena's Bar, the classes are run live on YouTube live stream, and we start a class. I don't really see you, so I can't really tell how you're doing, what you've been doing. I do my best with the modifications based on the information that you provide to me in the stay in touch form, okay? And then you are welcome to share your feedback with me after we are done with the class, or even during sometimes, but oftentimes I miss the during part because I'm too busy with the flow. It's not perfect. I didn't say it was, okay? So close enough. Does your instructor know his or her duties and responsibilities, and or is he or she giving you specific advice that is outside of his or her expertise, such as massage could be one of them, unless they use the disclaimer, okay? Then dietary advice is a big one. A lot of instructors just throw the specific dietary advice without being licensed, okay? Be careful with instructors who prescribe you specific vitamins. You should be evaluated by a professional dietitian, by your doctor. You should do a blood test, okay, to determine what kinds of vitamins are lacking in your body. So it totally depends. It's like prescribing hormones, you know. You don't know what you have excess of and what you are lacking in your body unless you go to the medical office and then they run a bunch of tests on you. So it's a serious deal, guys, okay? Be careful with instructors who do not refer you to health provider and act as if they are your doctor. Coaching has become really popular in the past few years, and honestly, I don't think they know what they are talking about. You know, it's like, gosh, I would just stay away from these guys because, yeah, um, yeah, it's a shady kind of topic, and you don't even know what kind of studies they have completed, what kind of credentials they might have, and unless you are running the test and know exactly what kind of tests they have passed to be coaching at a specific field, you know, I just don't hold them at high regard here. Be careful with instructors who do not refer you to health. Okay, we've read that one. Um, yeah, be careful with instructors who are chasing a cloud on social media. They tend to focus on the wrong things that bring them more following, likes, and emotional dopamine. Um, yeah, who said that instructors were immune from the likes and attention that they get from social media? They're kind of all in the same boat, yeah. I see a lot of toxic instructors out there, guys, and this honestly frustrates me. Um, these instructors are mentally broken, entitled, and delusional, and all they can teach you is how to be that, you know, how to be crazy, how to pursue your childish dreams, because it fulfills their belief system. And if it happens to fulfill yours as well, this is actually really, really dangerous, okay? So if you notice something that sounds really nice, sounds really appealing, and we all like to hear nice things, you have to ask yourself why. Why is he or she telling me that? Question everything, question everyone, okay? Let's be realistic. Emotional choices do not lead to good outcomes, and who licensed these instructors to give you that kind of irrational advice that will lead you to bad outcomes, bad choices? They do not have they really don't care about you and your fitness practice. It's never about you. It's always about them, their delusion, and their cloud. Okay? I want you to keep that in mind. It's about quantity for them versus quality. It's all about telling you the sweet lies that they tell to themselves too, you know, so they are also delusional. As I've mentioned before, they can only teach you what they are. Mm? Um, yeah. So they want more attention for themselves. And guys, I want you to catch me on that. If I ever get big, Elena's bar gets big, you know, big clouds, a big following, whatever, you know, remind me of this paragraph that I've written. Okay, just tell me, oh, you wrote it down. So you should pursue more quality rather than quantity. Okay. Be careful with instructors who tell you the things you want to hear, because this kills all the incentive for you to work out and get better at something. Only when you acknowledge that you messed up, you can succeed, guys. And it takes some guts to do. Admitting that you are wrong, you are mistaken, and somebody else could be right, it's a lot of mental work. And unfortunately, it's not the world we live in right now. Everybody is so delusional and so wound up in their small little world full of fluffy and, you know, just nice and cute stuff. Okay. Be careful with instructors who tell you you are enough, you are owed this, you're owed this. you deserve this, you deserve to be happy, you deserve to be loved, you deserve to be respected, and etc. Let me remind you, respect is earned, it's not deserved. Okay, so that you know. It's very delusional. Whatever they're telling you, it's very self-absorbed and self-focused. It's very narcissistic. Okay, and this builds very unhealthy, unstable society, and we see the proof of it every single day. Just open up Instagram and check it out. And the problem is not Instagram, the problem is not social media. The problem is how people apply it and how people use it. Okay, be careful with the instructors who tell you you are the best and nothing is ever your fault. This is a big one. This is appeal to victimology that waives your own responsibility for things that are happening to you based on your own life choices. It's always easier to blame somebody else, right? For our screws up. Oh, not my fault. Waives all of the liability, all of the responsibility from us. It's somebody else's fault. It's not going to help you in the long run. It's not a constructive feedback that you want to get, that you actually need to get, okay? And you can't succeed unless you realize that you screwed up, you messed up. Only then you can come up with rational decisions and they will help you to solve your problems. Be careful with instructors who are into body positivity scam. Oh gosh. If we look at anatomy, it's not healthy to be overweight or obese. Your body weight matters for your health and well-being. If you are overweight, obese, your bones and ligaments are suffering a lot from carrying all of that extra weight. It's not safe, period. There is no, like, oh, how does it make him feel? Like, yeah, you, okay, whatever. This is well-known fact, and I don't respect fitness professionals who twist it and make something positive out of it. Just stop bullshitting everyone, will you? Maybe you will have more clients. Or at least they will want to improve their condition and they will want to exercise. Although maybe unlikely, I don't know. Our society is so messed up right now, so I don't know. Good, let's move on. There are quite a few points in here. Be careful with instructors who push you too hard without taking into account your feedback, like facial expressions, struggling pain, health history, injuries, health conditions, and etc. It applies to in-person classes and online individual classes mostly. Good. Follow your instructor's educational path. What courses and teachers they've had, what teacher trainings they've completed. Is he or she working on improving his or her teaching skills, or is she convinced that she already knows everything and she stops developing herself? Or he? It applies to both. Mostly to women, because women tend to be more entitled. Women are the ones like, I finished this, I finished that degree, so now pay me money, pay me money, pay me money. Huh? Isn't it how we operate? And guys, don't get me wrong. Do I want to get money from fitness? Well, sure, but let's be realistic here. It's overly saturated and the competition is huge. And if fitness instructors are not collaborating with each other, they are fighting against each other, And yeah, I might take a long run for the recognition or whatever, just building more awareness and becoming more popular. But honestly, it's not my goal. And I just want to provide safe fitness. Okay. I don't want you to injure yourself when you are working out. That's my point. And this way I keep my own fitness routine. And like, this is the truth. Okay. Then next, be careful with instructors. Okay, let's read this one. Who share a lot of their personal information that is irrelevant to fitness, irrelevant to well-being, and to your workout practice. Okay, this information can be about their family members, about their children, their husbands, their houses, animals and recent purchases and sales. It's whenever a person cannot get validation or recognition by doing something, they try to gain whatever they want, right? The cloud usually in this case, or more money, right? Through other means. And to me, using my family members when I'm trying to teach you fitness, guys, it's like degrading my ability to teach you fitness. Okay, this is how I view it personally, but I know that a lot of instructors are not that way, and I see a lot of them are sharing a lot of stuff on the social media, and honestly it's frustrating because I want to see more fitness related stuff. I want to see more safety related stuff because there is a lot of bullshit out there and we need to clear it out. So if I don't share something about my family, I don't think anybody cares, and anybody should care about, oh, how is Elena's family? How is Elena's husband? Did he get whatever, from her or not? How is this relevant to fitness? I'm asking you. It's not. So when you send me not related to fitness questions or not related to fitness comments, I usually just ignore them, okay? I see them, but I choose to ignore them because why does it matter? Why does it matter what kind of leggings I'm wearing? Why does it matter if you know I'm wearing a bra or a specific bra type? And guys, I'm not going to show you pictures and videos without me wearing a bra because this is not the point of my channel. Okay, you can see a lot of that stuff on OnlyFans or elsewhere. Okay, this is not the place for me to show off my butt. I obviously do that too, but it's the extent. I try to keep it as professional as I can. Okay, and I hope that you respect that. So uh, let's move on. Yeah, we haven't read a few points. Mm, okay, we did this. Is your instructor accessible for your questions, but fitness related questions? Okay. Is your instructor objective and reasonable with the fitness goals for the class? This is important because if a fitness instructor throws something at you and you are not capable of doing it, or if a fitness instructor is not flexible enough to provide you with the modifications, he or she is not a very knowledgeable fitness instructor. Yeah, these are pretty high standards actually. But these are the standards I was evaluated by in the IBBFA and other teacher trainings that I've taken. And I hold myself to pretty high standards. So I tend to hold other fitness instructors to that higher standard, but you don't have to use it if you don't want to, okay? It's just something that I think will be helpful for you to prevent you from hurting yourself. And yeah, be careful with instructors who promise you things and don't deliver. It applies to all people in general. And I know that I promised you to add more yin yoga classes, and I'm yet to deliver that. Yes, I know, guys. I know my schedule has been pretty hectic in the past few months, I would say. I started a law course again, and um, doing law, uh, working and doing fitness, kind of for fun, but also more in a professional way. It takes a lot of time. Okay, everything takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. So I'll see what I can do. I'll try to come up with the yin classes for you guys, and I think those classes are very beneficial. They are very good. Uh, we will probably record more classes with PK. Okay, but I don't know when. I can't tell you exactly when, but we will do that. Okay. So you can apply these tips and recommendations from the video that you're going to watch next, right? Hopefully. And then not just in your fitness practice, but in your day-to-day life. Use critical thinking skills in your decision making and face the objective truth. Okay, face the truth. It will help you. Cool. So now I'm going to stop sharing and you can ask me your questions. If you have any questions, remember to fill out the Stay in Touch form on the website. The link is in the description box. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the upcoming video. And guys, thank you so much for being here with me today, for joining me for this long lecture. And you don't have to take my recommendations, my advice um, precisely, the way I intended it to be. But yeah, feel free to adjust it to your desires. And of course, yeah, you can do whatever the hell you want to do. Just know that there are consequences to your choices. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Oh, if you like this video, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Take care.